your app pick up the materials and turn it to the back counter. You can tell the clear containers versus the green containers. Put them one on one side, one on the other, and then take a seat.
I will. Shut up.
Watch your mouth.
Yes.
Take a seat. Take a seat. Take a load off your feet. Take a seat. Take a seat. Take a load off your feet. Take a seat. What? Take a seat. What? Take a load off your feet. Last time. Take a seat. What? Take a seat. What? Take a load off your feet. All right. So let's talk about some of your discoveries that you were either like, wow, I didn't think that, or wow, that was really cool, or hey, I'm still confused by that. Let's talk about some of those things as you went through these stations. Who wants to share first? Because I heard a lot of really good conversations. Caleb, and your eyes are on speaker. Go ahead, Caleb.
I thought mine was a little heavier, but Everett's was a little closer to the ground.
On which ones?
And like the shoes.
Okay, so did they fall at the same time or different times?
Same time.
How many of you, when you dropped your shoes, did they fall at the same time? Are all of our feet the same size?
No.
Do all of us have the same type of shoe on?
No.
No. What is causing them to fall at the same time and land at the same time? Preston?
Gravity.
Okay, gravity. I want to go further into that, but let's talk about some of the other stations. What other realizations did you have, or observations, or questions? Lizzie?
At the paper one and the foil one,
Eyes are on the speaker, please.
the flatter
You
one
don't have to write.
took more time to like float down.
Okay.
Because like on the straight one, the gravity can like go around it, and on the other one, it kind of like slowly pushes down.
Okay. Anyone have anything to add, or she said the gravity is kind of going around this one, but it's kind of pushing on this one. What do we think about that? Do we think it's the gravity? Everett, what do you think?
I was gonna say that one.
Horizontal, you're
Yeah,
right.
horizontal. I think it has like air under it, so it's like going slower, but the other one is just going straight down.
Okay. Anyone want to add to that, Lily?
I think that because it's like flat, it collects more air, and so it floats more like a parachute.
Ah, good connection, like a parachute, Jaden.
It's like that one is like there's like air under it, and it's just coming, but then it has like push its way down, and that one is like so it's just like
Okay, so how many of you, right, with the show of hands, eyes are up here, had your vertical sheet hit the ground at the same time as the horizontal? Same time. How many of you had the vertical one hit before the horizontal one? Okay, does anyone know what that's called? The fact that the air is causing this to slow down. Anybody know what it's called? There's an actual term for it. Noah?
wind.
It's not windy in here. There is air in here. Preston?
It's because it's flat.
That is why, but do you know what that's called? Davis?
Gliding?
It is gliding. That's the action. Okay, air resistance. Have y'all ever heard of that? No. Okay. So when you drop this one, this kind of cuts straight through the air, right? Versus this one where the air collects. It's kind of like a race car. Okay, if you were going to get to pick, and we'll call this car A, and we'll call this B. Let's say the car, that was not a very good, looks like this. Don't judge my drawing. Okay, so you can pick this car, or you get to pick this one to race. Finger on your nose, think for a second. Which one would you want? And you have to be able to justify why. Would you want car A or car B? Finger on your nose when you're ready. Would you want car A or B to race? Okay, turn and talk in your group, see if you agree or disagree. Flat tire. 3, 2, 1. All right. Who wants car B? Oh, nobody? Why? Awkward. Why, Lizzie?
Because for me, the wind would like push against it.
Okay.
It would go way slower. Slower, but not like way slower.
Okay, so yeah, let's pretend they have the exact same engine. They can go equally as fast. What's going to happen with the wind or the air resistance on this one?
The wind's just gonna go.
Alice?
It's just gonna go under and above because it's skinnier and it's smaller.
Okay, what's going to happen to this guy?
He's gonna get like blown away.
Okay, so he has more surface area, so that wind's going to kind of slow him down a little bit. Good job.
And that can cut through it.
Yes, kind of like the paper. Great. So what other stations have we not talked about? We talked about the shoe, we talked about the paper. What other discovery did you make? How about someone from this group over here? Someone that hasn't talked from this group over here. Dane, tell me about the foil.
Oil.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we drop not the ball foil, but that one. Whenever we dropped it, the ball foil, it hit the floor first.
What did? The flat piece or the ball?
Ball.
Okay, how many of you had some kind of cool discoveries with this that wants to share? Riley.
The ball foil went first because it was smaller and fell down faster than the flat one because the flat one caught air.
Okay, so at first he says because this one's smaller. What if I told you I took this exact same size and just crumbled it up? Then is this one really smaller?
No.
Does it have more or less mass?
No.
No, it's just what?
The same thing.
It's the same, but how is it different then?
It's one.
How are they different? Maurice?
Because it's like the two cars. It's the that one is like the truck and the ball is the number 8.
Okay, good. So it's like the connection between this one and being able to go through the air, and this one has more what?
Like air
Air resistance. Good, Everett. How many of you tried to drop it like a bunch of different ways? And what happened every time?
The ball.
The ball, okay? Because this one has a lot more surface area and the air working against it. All right, last one because then we have to move on. What was the last station?
The golf ball and
The golf ball and the wooden ball. Okay, I heard some different things about this one. So I want to test it myself because some of you guys were saying the wood, someone said you couldn't tell. And how about, let's make like a half circle kind of right here where you all can crouch down and really watch the floor and see which one's going to hit first. Because I think I kind of know what the misconception is. Now you don't want to know, don't catch it.
This is what we do. I don't have
There's a spot over here. Why don't, Alice, if you push that chair in, honey, then you'll be able to get a little bit closer and let some more friends in. You can still kneel right there, Lily, and be able to see. Okay, Michael, keep your hands in, please. Riley, you can kneel right there and watch. Maurice, kneel down, babe. Okay, you're watching the floor, not for the bounce, all right? 1, 2, 3. Same time. Okay, we're going to do it 3 times. I'm going to do a different height. 1, 2, 3.
Same time.
Okay.
Scared me.
And one more time. 1, 2, 3.
Same time.
Okay, how many of you thought at first it was this one was hitting first? Why do we think maybe that was? Adia?
Because the golf ball bounces, so it looks like the wood is hitting first just because the bounce
the golf ball bounces, so it looks like that one's already still been in the air.
Right, so that's what I've noticed with a lot of groups is they think this one's hitting first because this one's still on the ground and this one's already bounced back up. Okay, so, but that in a little bit was that you guys weren't quite dropping it from the same height. Okay, I'm going to take the last two hands and then you guys are going to turn in your Everett and Lily. Caleb.
I thought the wooden one would hit first because it had more mass.
Okay, so what connection can we make? Is there really a connection between the mass and gravity?
No.
No, because our shoes all fell the same, right? Do these have the same amount of mass?
No,
No, but did they still fall at the same rate?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, so does the mass affect how hard gravity pulls on it?
No.
How quickly it falls? Okay, now,
Like it did on like the experiments, like on there with the apple and the bowling ball.
right, the apple and the bowling ball. We know the bowling ball has a lot of what?
Mass.
Okay, and then there was that little apple, but they still what?
Hit the same
Same time. So what is the thing that affects how things fall?
Gravity.
It makes things fall, but what was the thing that affected whether it fell at the same time?
All kinds of stuff.
Air, wind, air resistance. Very good. You guys did great. Take a seat. Take a seat. Take a load off your feet. Take a seat. Take a seat. Take a load off your feet. Last time, take a seat.
What?
Take a seat.
What?
Take a load off your feet. Go ahead and have one person from each group. If you didn't finish, if you didn't quite finish, that's okay. I could tell you were all working. Let's get it turned in. What you have now, I'm going to make sure your name is on it. One person from each group, pick them up, put them in the tray.